Okay, so LinkedIn, I won't have as much time. I think we're getting close. Okay, so LinkedIn has a lot of users. I actually sat down with one of the staff from LinkedIn 2 days ago. So I spoke to her about the different accounts on LinkedIn. So if you do want to know on a personal, professional level about LinkedIn profile accounts, we'll be doing a post about that on LinkedIn. So if you want to see sort of what differences are between upgraded accounts, so for example, there's 4 different types of accounts for LinkedIn. So if you want to learn more on a personal level, I'll be writing a post about that.
I'm asking you to upgrade.
I'm on the second most expensive one, and yeah, I find it very interesting in terms of the comparison between features and sort of what's allowed and whether it's even worth it.
I was going to say, what was your...
Oh, you'll see. I'm still in the process of writing an article, but yeah, basically some of them I think really aren't worth it, especially because we're on Sales Navigator at the moment, and I just think it's a bit too cold call pressurised the way it's sort of done. But there is a Business Plus one, which is like the previous premium, because they only had 1 upgrade before, now they've got 4. There's like a recruitment one, there's job seeking, there's so many different kinds, so definitely watch out for that. So moving on, in terms of LinkedIn, in terms of your profile, it is important. People think, oh, it's just about having the organisational page on LinkedIn. It's not, because everyone that works for your organisation is representing you, and you get much more visibility through those personal profiles than just your page. So if everyone in your, in your council has a good profile page, they've got good representation, they show, good engagement there and building networks, it can be very positive for you. And there's also a couple of things that you can do to build an all-star account, which is another article we're posting. But basically, you want to get recommendations, you want to engage, you want to have good content on there, all the practices that Ali talked about, and the labelling of your page to ensure that you get found. I can't spend too much more time on that, sorry. This is just my account. The one tip that I will give you with your personal LinkedIn is have a custom URL to make sure that you go in there and you change that to actually be your name. If you don't change it, it's going to have all like numbers and stuff in it. It's going to be hard to remember. So if you have something easy to remember like that, you can put it on your business cards, you can put it on your email signature. And sometimes have a play with your photo as well. So that was just my idle knock-up that you can do through an app. So just try something different, sometimes gets better attention. In terms of your LinkedIn page, the LinkedIn page really, I don't like it because the formatting is really awkward, but it's a good way to have at least something professional there. It's less fast moving than some of the other social media, but you can actually post articles, which is what I was talking about before, but generally you can do that through your personal or your public LinkedIn, so depending on what you want to do. The main thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a unique selling proposition. Even if you're not selling something, you want to sell your personality, your benefits of living in your area, whatever it is, you want to get that across. You want to make sure that you have details about your history, and you want to make sure your culture and your marketing is consistent across all social media. The other thing that you can do with LinkedIn is you can optimize your content, so you make sure that you're actually searchable, and it's all about keywords again. So actually knowing, again, trending keywords, topics, and putting that in your LinkedIn, and making sure that you update your LinkedIn page regularly with content. You can actually get followers on your LinkedIn page. So the main thing is definitely the difference between personal and your company page. So in terms of design, with your personal, you want a clean, professional face shot, but you can have a creative cover depending on your industry. So obviously I can have a little bit more fun in my industry than say you can in your industry, but it just depends on sort of what message you want to get across. With your company page, you want to make sure that it's branded and that you have clear logos like we said in the previous thing. With your profile, in terms of personal, you want to fill it up. You want to have at least 2 past positions, because that will help with getting to an all-star profile. You also want to make sure that you have projects in there, education. You want to fill out as many fields as you can. And definitely the volunteer section, most people sort of leave that. That's actually really good to have content in there about causes that you care about. In terms of company, you want to add a professional description, obviously, but what makes you different. So writing the copy with the tips that Ali gave earlier. In terms of requests and followers, with the personal accounts, one of the tips that LinkedIn gave is you really want to personalize any requests that you put out there. So if you are connecting with other, people in the same sort of industry or other marketing people or businesses in the community, you want to personalize whatever you send through. So why am I contacting you? And obviously something that you've noticed about their posts or about their profile. With your company page, you want to encourage people to follow you and give them a reason. So what are you going to offer different on your LinkedIn page that you're not offering on Facebook or Twitter? You want to offer something different there.